Star Sport bring you all the latest transfer news and gossip from Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester United and more. Transfer News Live, all the latest gossip, done deals and rumours as they happen throughout the day. 2:30 p.m. Man United are determined to get Chelsea's Nemanja Matic after giving up on Eric Dyer. The Sun report the Serbian midfield enforcer is the man Jose Mourinho wants in his engine room next term along with Paul Pogba and Ander Herrera. The Hull defender is now back from Hull's pre-season trip to Portugal to finalise the transfer. Sky Sports News reported Armesh Sheth said, "It's understood Robertson has flown home from the club's tour of Portugal." A separate source claims a fee, that could rise to £10 million, has been agreed. 1 p.m. Kieran Trippier has signed a new contract with Spurs. The right-back is set to become the club's first choice on the flank next term after Kyle Walker's exit to Man City. And Tottenham have now revealed he's penned an extension until 2022. 12:45 p.m. Arsene Wenger says Arsenal have decided not to sell Alexis Sanchez. The Chilean is out of contract next summer, but the Gunners won't be cashing in. The decision has been made and we will stick to that. The decision is not to sell. 12:25 p.m. Joe Hart has completed his season-long loan move to West Ham, Star Sport understand. The Man City goalkeeper has passed a medical and now completed the switch. Hart spent last season at Torino and will be out to impress Gareth Southgate with his displays at the London Stadium ahead of next summer's World Cup. 12 p.m. Liverpool and Everton are interested in signing Paris Saint-Germain defender Presnel Kim. French broadcaster RMC says the duo are keen on the centre-back, but PSG have no interest in selling. The Whites are weighing up a loan swoop for the Toffees centre-back, but they'll have to move quickly, with championship rivals Hull also in for the Everton defender. 11 a.m. Crystal Palace boss Frank de Boer is desperate to keep Christian Benteke. Chelsea and Everton have been linked with the big Belgian, but de Boer wants him to stick around in South London. "He's happy here and we really want him to stay," he said. "He made a great impact last season, especially in the second half of the season, and he is crucial to us and we don't want to sell him." The Daily Mail report Arsene Wenger is ready to offload a host of fringe talent at the Emirates to free up funds for a swoop on the winger. Arsenal have already failed with 2 bids for Lamar this summer, who Monaco are keen to keep at the club. Antonio Conte is a big fan of the Argentine, but his club don't want to sell. The Mirror report Chelsea are planning on testing the Manchester side's resolve though, with a mega money offer. A season-long loan deal could be confirmed today after the centre-back headed north for medical checks with the Potters yesterday. 9:20 a.m. Huddersfield have handed out 3 new contracts. Defender Tommy Smith, midfielder Jonathan Hogg and winger Rajiv Van La Parra have all signed new deals. 9 a.m. Ivan Perisic looks to be heading to Man United after a deal worth a total of £44 million was agreed with Inter Milan. Report the Daily Mail. They claim a payment structure of £39.5 million plus £4.5 million in add-ons has been greenlit by the Serie A side. Perisic could skip Inter's pre-season flight to the Far East on a pre-season tour today ahead of finalising the transfer. 8:30 a.m. PSG are ready to up the ante and land Arsenal star Alexis Sanchez. The Parisian outfit wanted Kylian Mbappé this summer, but no deal is unlikely for the Monaco man. And they're now ready to focus on getting Sanchez out of the Emirates instead, report Le Parisien. 8 a.m. Chelsea could use Nemanja Matic as a makeweight in a deal to sign Alex Sandro. The Blues want left-back Sandro while Matic is a top target for his club Juventus. And the Telegraph say a swap deal could be on the cards between the European giants this summer. Chelsea are cooling their interest in Real Madrid star Alvaro Morata. The Blues are keen on the Spain star, but won't meet Real's lofty asking price. The Serbia star has been heavily linked with a move to Old Trafford in recent weeks. and Betfair have the 28-year-old at 4/7 to reunite with Jose Mourinho in Manchester after Chelsea signed time at Bakayoko. 3:30 am, Paris Saint-Germain have turned their attention to Arsenal star Alexis Sanchez. The Chile striker has been linked with a move to Manchester City in recent weeks, but now, French publication Le Parisien claims G have entered the running for his signature as well as a replacement target for Kylian Mbappé. 2 am. Inter Milan don't expect to have sold Ivan Perisic to Manchester United before they leave on their pre-season tour. The Serie A giants leave for Asia today and the BBC report they expect Perisic to be on the plane. United have been pursuing the winger for several weeks but have yet to strike a deal with Inter for his signature. 1 am. Alexis Sanchez reckons Arsenal won't stand in the way of his move to Manchester City. The Chile striker has been linked with Pep Guardiola's side as he's yet to sign a new deal to remain at the Emirates past next summer. And the Daily Mail say his representatives are confident Arsenal aren't going to make him play next season without a new contract agreed, setting the stage for City to swoop for his signature. 11:40 p.m. Arsenal could sell some of their fringe players to free up cash to sign Thomas Lemar. The Monaco winger is a top target for Arsene Wenger as he looks to boost his attacking line. And the Daily Mail say the Gunners could offload the likes of Wojciech Szczesny and Lucas Perez to help fund an offer that could reach £80 million with add-ons. 10:40 p.m. Jurgen Klopp has taken a dig at Manchester United manager Jose Mourinho after Liverpool signed Mohamed Salah. Klopp believes the Egyptian will follow in the footsteps of Manchester City star Kevin De Bruyne, who was shown the door by Mourinho, by becoming a hit after leaving Stamford Bridge. He said, "A lot of players have shown it is quite easy to struggle at Chelsea, De Bruyne is one. The only thing that we really ignored was what he, Salah, did at Chelsea." 10:10 p.m. Ryan Giggs believes if Manchester United sign Ivan Perisic certain players will have to step their games up. He told Sky Sports, "If he comes, then the likes of Marcus Rashford, Henrikh Mkhitaryan and Anthony Martial have to step it up. It can be a boost for all the players. It not only excites the fans but also the players, when a new player comes in." 9:15 p.m. Everton have signed Cuco Martina on a free transfer from Southampton. The right-back has agreed a 3-year deal at Goodison Park and will reunite with Ronald Koeman. On joining the club he said, "Everton is a big club with big ambitions and I'm really looking forward to joining this group of players and the manager as we try to step forward next season. Obviously, I know the manager from my time at Southampton, so I know what he wants and he knows what I can do." Everton supporters are really passionate about their club and everyone's excited about where the club is aiming. You can see this is a club that wants to achieve something and the players we are bringing certainly show this. 8:40 p.m. Liverpool have received a £10 million bid from Newcastle for Sheyi Ojo. The England under-20 international has spent the past 6 years at Anfield since moving from MK Dons. According to The Sun, Rafa Benitez has been in touch with Klopp over a deal for Ojo. They say that conversation involves the £10 million offer, after Newcastle saw a previous loan bid rejected. Ojo will now miss Liverpool's pre-season trip to the Far East to discuss a move to the North East. 7:55 p.m. Francesco Totti has confirmed his retirement and new role at Roma. He said, "The end of my playing career was May 28, 2017. That for me was an historic day. I'll carry it with me forever. It will be hard to explain to people the feelings and emotions I felt that day. The first part of my life, as a player, has ended but now I'm heading into an equally important part as a manager, hoping to do as well as I did on the field." 7:40 p.m. Mukhtar Ali has completed a transfer from Chelsea to Vitesse Arnhem. The 19-year-old, who played for England at both under-16 and under-17 level, spent the second half of last season on loan at the Dutch outfit. 7:15 p.m. Robert Pires thinks Thomas Lemar would be the perfect signing for Arsenal this summer. "I love him as a player," he told Sky Sports. For me, Thomas Lemar is one of the best French players there is. He can play on the left, he can play on the right, he can score goals and he can make assists. Lemar is the kind of player who can make a difference, said the former Invincible. He has the right profile to play for Arsenal, definitely. I hope for him and for Arsenal that it happens. 6:45 p.m. Manchester United are interested in key Liverpool target Naby Keita, and RB Leipzig have softened their stance on the midfielder. That's according to shock reports from football whispers who claim United are looking to go head-to-head with fierce rivals Liverpool for the Guinea international. Liverpool have been trying to complete a deal for Keita for several weeks. The Reds have tabled a number of bids for the 22-year-old, but Leipzig have refused to let him leave. Keita is keen to move to Anfield ahead of the new Premier League season, and Jurgen Klopp's side are set to table a new offer after a £57 million bid was rejected last week. While Leipzig have publicly insisted several times that Keita is not for sale, football whispers claim that behind closed doors the German club are willing to do business, as well as Liverpool, United, Manchester City, Juventus and Inter Milan are all reportedly keen on Keita as well. 5:30 p.m. Nemanja Matic has demanded a meeting with Chelsea bigwig Marina Granovskaya in order to force a Stamford Bridge exit. The Serbian has been linked with both Juventus and Manchester United in recent weeks. But the Blues would prefer to sell Matic to the Serie A champions after the Red Devils beat them to the signing of Romelu Lukaku. Chelsea have signed Timur Bakayoko from Monaco, who is set to replace Matic in Antonio Conte's midfield. And the 28-year-old will not be on the Blues' flight to the Far East for their pre-season tour as a result. Matic believes the £40 million Chelsea are demanding is too much, as he only has 2 years left on his contract at the club, according to Corriere dello Sport. 4:35 p.m. Craig Burley is not convinced by Manchester United signing Romelu Lukaku. If you take into account Sergio Aguero, who could be surplus to requirements at Man City, and Harry Kane, he said on ESPN FC. People will say Sergio Aguero plays for Man City. He's not going to play for Man United. Well, Carlos Tevez did it. He went from United to City. It has happened. What I'm saying is he didn't even get the best striker in my opinion in the Premier League. Good luck to the lad, he's a youngster, it's a great opportunity, but I tell you what, there's going to be no hiding place. 4:10 p.m. Manchester United are confident of signing Ivan Perisic in a £47 million deal in the next 48 hours. United bosses have been chasing the Inter Milan winger since the end of the season in the hope of luring him to Old Trafford. But the Premier League giants hit a brick wall in their negotiations, with the Italian outfit holding out for £50 million. United have had 2 previous offers rejected out of hand, but Jose Mourinho has refused to give up on the Croatian international. Star Sport understands United have now agreed to increase their bid in an attempt to thrash out a deal before Inter go to China on their pre-season tour. Perisic has left Inter's training camp in Riskonde Brunico and returned to Croatia to sort out his personal affairs. 3:05 p.m. Chelsea are in talks with Manchester City over striker Sergio Aguero. That's according to beIN Sport reporter Tancredi Palmieri. Chelsea are on the lookout for a new striker after Antonio Conte told Diego Costa he was surplus to requirements. Palmieri says Chelsea are acting on their interest. He tweeted, "Boom. Chelsea in talks for Aguero." Aguero has fallen down the pecking order at the Etihad since the arrival of Gabriel Jesus. 2:45 p.m. Simon Jordan says Southampton should force Liverpool to pay over the odds for Virgil van Dijk. They can pay for it. Write a check out, Jordan said on TalkSport. You've got big mouths and you want to go about things a certain way, and I'm completely sure that if had it done to them they would be screaming from the rafters. I think the way Southampton will consequence this is by consequencing Liverpool's checkbook. You look at the centre-back department and you look at boys like Michael Keane going for £25 to 30 metres, and you look at the boy at Middlesbrough, Ben Gibson, who may well go for £25 to 30 metres. If Steve Gibson wants his way, then he will go for £25-30 million. You look at Virgil van Dijk and he is a top player, and I don't see any reason why Southampton should compromise, and I'm sure they won't. They will have their pound of flesh, and hopefully Liverpool will pay, behaving in a certain way. Marshall, 21, started just 18 Premier League games under Jose Mourinho last season. And according to Turkish outlet Asper, Beşiktaş want to take Marital on loan. They reckon they have made an inquiry to take the France star for a season. Asper add that Mourinho is open to the move this summer. Beşiktaş representatives are due in England this week with a meeting scheduled. 2:15 p.m. Arsenal are reportedly ready to pay Alexis Sanchez a cool £275,000 a week to stay put. Arsenal are desperate to keep hold of the 28-year-old as they look to book a return to Europe's top club competition for the 2018-19 campaign though, and the Sun reckon Emirates chiefs are prepared to sanction a new £275,000 a week deal to stave off the threat of a switch to a domestic rival. Arsene Wenger is apparently hopeful that Sanchez will sign on the dotted line and remain in North London, despite strong, prolonged interest from Manchester City.